What's going on, YouTube viewers? I am happy to be back. I haven't unfortunately been able to play any golf because of my job responsibilities, but I'm happy to be back, and I did happen to play a 9-hole tournament. And of course, we're going to be always following that Tiger 5, as you can see here on the screen. I like to call out these things since they are super important to scoring. So without further ado, let's just hop into this clip here. Playing the first 9 holes in Encanto 9, we got ourselves starting off with, I think, like a 240-yard par 4. Took a driver, and just ended up pulling it long and left. It was pretty straight as I look back at it. It was probably just not lined up pretty good. And ended up hitting it over here left. Just had about a 30 or so yard chip onto the green. Actually kind of bottomed out on this one just a little bit. Didn't quite catch it well, but I had a pretty long putt. And I feel like this is going to pretty much sum up my day. It's just my putting touch has just gone throughout this entire video. A little short wedge in here. Hit this one really close, as you can tell. Obviously, my playing partners there are really excited at the shot. Greens are a little fuzzy, but man, I just really could not get the rock rolling. And this is one of my favorite holes, buck 50. I think I took 9 iron here, or possibly 8. Just a little frustrated because I pulled it so long and left. I thought it was over in that house, but fortunately I was still inbounds and able to have a chip here, flubbed it. Still being frustrated, but you know, this is what happens when you don't play golf for about a month and a half and then you come back and just expect everything to be perfect. It's not the way it works, Kenny. Not the way it works. And just a lack of focus, no concentration there, and just ended up making a really bad triple. But one thing I will say is that my ball striking has been really, really good, and I have been absolutely just flushing it with the irons. Just wish I could get some other parts of my game to start working. Don't know what I was thinking here. I just like absolutely hammered this one, like just no feel. Like I genuinely thought I was gonna 4-putt this. There was a small point in my mind where I was like, you might 4-putt this, because that comeback putt was like 4 feet back uphill. Absolutely flushed the hybrid off the tee here. This was a really good shot. I should have just trusted to aim this a little bit more at the green because it pretty much came out straight. Not gonna lie here, I hit an absolutely perfect chip. Like, read it perfectly. I thought it had a chance of going in the hole. Had about a 3-foot putt left for birdie, and just absolutely lipped it. And my playing partners obviously just, you know, messing around with it because I clearly haven't made any putts. So we're moving on to another long par 3, about a buck 56. I think I took an 8 iron here. I went with soft 8, a little choke down on it. Yeah, it was a choke down 8, and just hit an absolute bullet of a shot. Just went a little bit longer than I expected. And then yet again, these greens all slope back to front, so I was just trying to nurse that down there and thought I hit it at a good speed. This thing literally went another 5-6 feet past the hole. And yet again, we got another 3-putt on the card. All right, let's just take a second here and give a little swing update and talk about what's been happening different with me and my coach. So one of the things I've gone is trying to go back to feeling like I can hit that fade again. And in order to hit that fade, I just try to feel like I get the club a little bit outside of my hands. I know obviously it's just right on my hands, but before I was pulling it back very deep, which was causing me to get those wrists rolled. And as you can see before, I was still getting into a good position, but the face is really shut on this one because I was trying to play a draw. And if we look on the right here, obviously with the feels that I'm working with now, the club head is hiding behind the hands, still also in a good position, but that face is gonna be a little bit more open, which is gonna help promote that fade. And then as you can see before, since I was trying to play a draw, I got that club a lot more behind me. Now I'm getting the club a little bit more steep and it's in line with my shoulders. And the problem with it before is not that I couldn't hit greens. I would just occasionally hit the toe and flatten it out, as you see in this photo. So we're really just changing a lot of these elements in order to improve my ability to strike the ball. And it's just been something that works naturally with my body. Just thought I would throw that in there. Back to the golf. And back to the golf. Had a nice little, I think, 6 iron into this one. I might have rolled with a soft 5. And just absolutely flushed it up there whole high. I had myself a pretty good look at birdie from just, what, about maybe 18, 19 feet here. And this thing was rolling well, and it was tracking, and it just ever so lipped in front of the hole. But, I mean, can't really be that mad considering I probably would have 4-putted it another hole ago. Buck 65 in here. I think I took a little bit of a 9 iron, and I sent it right over the flag. And it looked like it was going in for a second, which is why the guys are hooting and hollering. But it was about, you know, it was maybe 8 or 9 feet past the flag. Just trickling this one down here again. These greens are very sloped. I just did not want to put this thing past the hole and have an uncomfortable putt coming back. Going on to the final hole of the par 9, hit a bullet of a drive, and it just landed on the green and kicked over the back. But man, this is probably one of the best drives I hit in a while, so clearly this feel is working. And this is probably one of the worst chips I've hit in a while. I completely fatted this. Like, I almost sculled this with back over the other side of the green. Fortunately, I was able to get up here and roll it up to the hole. Not able to convert birdie, but did get this tap in for a simple 2-putt par. And that brings us to a total of 5 over for the round. Man, I had some really, really atrocious putts in there, but the ball striking is really good. The irons are really good. I can drive the ball really well. It just sucks, you know, not playing for a few months and coming back and having their putter be this bad. That's all I got for you. Thank you very much for watching my channel. Deuces, people. Let's keep it moving.